We're here today for the next edition of Mice Droppings at the Woodlands Event Centre on the Wyboston Lakes Resort. And today we're talking to Steve Jones, the Managing Director for Wyboston Lakes Resort. So Steve, what is the recovery like for Wyboston Lakes?
Going well so far. Our training centre has started to perform really quickly, particularly with our long-term clients on site that there was back training as soon as they were allowed to. And our event centre a little bit slow to pick up as we're waiting for the larger events to confirm, but we've been surprised at the amount of larger bookings that have come in for very, very short lead times. That's put a bit of pressure on the team, but we're really thankful that we've had that trade.
And what is the appetite like for face-to-face meetings?
Really strong, as we predicted all the way through. There was lots of talk of, well, you know, is this the end of face-to-face? Is everything going to be online? Will people want to gather? And we kept saying, no, people will. That human connection, that coming together for what I call everything that happens outside of the room rather than the actual training or the sales kick-off, whatever the reason for coming to us is. They want to be face-to-face so they can meet their colleagues, build a reputation and make sure the culture of their company is put across. So yeah, we're really pleased to see some great blue-chip companies have been straight back to us as soon as they possibly could.
Is COVID safety still a priority?
Yes, yeah, everyone's got different questions to ask, but there's things that we now do that we'll do forever. And sanitisers in certain areas we'll keep in place. Our thermal imaging cameras are on the doors into our venues, and because they help not just with COVID, they help with people who may have colds and flus, etc. You know, to help stop spreading that around. So. COVID safety is still important, but you know, clients are wanting to make sure that they're going to a venue that is COVID safe, that's got the protocols in place, and we did so well throughout the pandemic. In fact, we've just been shortlisted for an award for what we did in our COVID efforts, and I think that's given people confidence to book with us.
And what particular sectors are predominantly booking at the moment?
The first two that have picked up are financial services and pharmaceutical, professional services, as well. They're the main ones, but lots of our regular training clients that are starting to book as well, so they could be construction as an example. So a broad spectrum seems to be coming back to us. But particularly in the training centre, it's like different ways, regular and often training courses that people have put off for some time. They need to get their team qualified, so those sectors are performing well. And
can you tell me what next year is looking like for MICE bookings?
Looking really good so far. We're pacing ahead of where we were in 19 for 20. So before all this started, we were going into 2020 with a full order book, saying we were in a good position. We just refurbished the Woodlands Event Centre at that point, and since then we've refurbished the Willows Training Centre as well. So next year, yeah, some really great series of events on, some larger one-off events, some big annual conferences. So a nice mixture, and particularly weighted to the first two quarters of next year as well, which is great to see.